People are always asking us if we know Dirk Diggler 4136.
The answer is
We do.
no. Yes.
We do. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome back. A special welcome to Dirk Diggler
4136.
Dirk, this
Dirk.
one's for you, buddy.
We're gonna give you the Kirky.
Dirky Kirky.
Dirk, thank you for interacting with
Dirky.
us so well. A lot of people don't really. Apparently, a lot of people don't like us.
And we made it. We made it,
Yeah,
folks.
we made it big time.
Our last podcast episode on the tube got 1,000 views. Yeah. Wow.
That's a lot of numbers.
That's a big number. I can't count that high.
Now,
we got some amazing feedback that we love. We love to hear
we love
it.
feedback.
We want more.
Most people said they couldn't listen past the 10-minute mark, so that's why we're talking about it right away. The second
right
it
away,
starts,
right away.
because we want you guys to understand.
So
that
we're
we
gonna
hear
cut
you.
down. Yeah, we're gonna cut down the podcast to 3 minutes.
to 1 second.
To 1 second. So we're kind of over our limit already.
Yeah, it's gonna
sorry
be
about
fast.
that. We're working on it. But we appreciate all the yeah.
We appreciate all the feedback. We appreciate all the there was quite a bit of criticism, which
Yeah.
I understand. We watched a YouTube video about it. Okay, now the mic probably doesn't sound that bad. It was all about the mic, right?
Yeah, it was all about
Wasn't
the mic.
that all it was
Yeah,
about?
you two are all over the place, and like the amount of times I heard the word is just ugh, crying, sad face emoji. That
was from Dirk Diggler
4136, our favorite guy. But we've changed Lil Dirky Kirky's mind, all right, and that is making us confident that we can change the other critics, the other soon-to-be fans' minds, because a simple "did you like and subscribe, Dirk?" convinced Lil Dirky Kirky to like and subscribe, and we now have a lifelong fan, Lil Dirky. And we're taking your criticism into consideration. We will not be really saying as much, and
we really won't be doing as
because
much as
I don't
we
really
were,
want to
doing before. You know what I mean.
And we're gonna be on one
you get it.
topic.
Hey.
It's wait, yeah, no, exactly.
But
and
listen,
that's what. Yeah.
At the end of the day, we appreciate all of it.
At the end of the day, the sun sets. So.
No, it doesn't. No,
So,
it doesn't.
So, Dirky Kirky
recommended us something.
He wants us to cover the new Epstein drop.
Okay.
I didn't know. Did his ball? Oh.
We are Jeffrey Epstein.
Boom,
We
ba-dum,
carry the files. We fight for the New York financier.
We fight to eat
carry the
babies.
flame.
Yeah, see, all I got from the new one is that they're eating children.
All I
So
got
that's
from
really
it was
cool.
that he played Fortnite.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't get
he had a
that.
Fortnite account called Little Jeffy 04.
Oh, I did hear about that actually. Yeah,
I like
Lil
that a lot.
Jeffy.
I like that a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah, no, I did hear about
When
that.
did he die?
No,
Because
I
when
do.
was Fortnite
See,
invented?
Fortnite's been around since 2015 or earlier.
Yo, bring back
because-
2016.
No,
as in
genuinely,
Jeffrey Epstein is coming back.
Yeah. Jeffrey Epstein is coming back to Fortnite, everybody. You heard it here
They're
first.
gonna add him as a skin.
Don't say that. They're going to.
Jeffrey Epstein's skinned
and his emo
on
is
Fortnite.
gonna be
It's gonna
watching-
be shaking hands with Donald Trump.
Yeah. It's gonna be something real bad. All right, going through the next comment. Another lovely critic.
Oh, beautiful.
Amy Herring 8734. Amy says, before you get on here and speak to whoever is listening, each of you
Great
should
question.
do a little research on all the people you are mentioning. Just gonna cut you off right there. Who are we mentioning?
No
we don't
idea.
know. We don't
No
know.
idea.
We don't know. So
Now,
I'm gonna.
the last person
let's continue quickly. So that the info you are giving forth is at least correct and has some value instead of just talking out of the side of your necks.
Because the last person I remember talking about their neck was Little Kirky.
Little Kirky.
Little Kirk.
Not to be confused with Dirk Kirky, the real Kirky. Big Kirky.
1 mint, 1 sugar. You get it.
So talking out of the side of his neck,
he was doing that.
Yeah, so
he was doing all that.
I don't think we were misinformed at all there. I think we were the opposite of that. I think
we were
might
actually
be misinformed
because we are Charlie Kirk.
Well,
and so we were doing what he would do, which is to talk out of the side of his neck. Like,
yeah, so
now, the other person I remember mentioning, I don't know if it was that podcast, but it was a podcast episode, and that was Malcolm X. And we did want to clear up some stuff. That is not the kid from Malcolm in the Middle.
No.
That is, in fact, a black rights leaders or activist. And we didn't think about that until the moment that we posted that. And then I went back to my room and was like, who is that guy? And looked it up and then went, okay, so he wasn't a 12-year-old white boy.
I think we addressed that in the episode.
Did we?
Though. I'm almost 95% sure. And also that
we brought
wasn't
it
that
up.
episode. That was
Look at us. We're taking account not once, but twice.
No, because I think we addressed that right after. Because you were like, I'm pretty sure that's a black man. And I was like, I think you're right.
Well, then we've covered it twice.
Yeah.
So then no one can ever come for us ever again. That's awesome.
As people, we never make mistakes.
We never make mistakes. That is one thing. Oh, so you know your facts right. I know all my facts right.
Yeah, I know that Malcolm in the Middle is Walter White is Malcolm X. What part of that is unclear to you?
Walter White.
Yeah.
Forgot about him.
Yeah.
Dirky Kirky. Walter White in the files.
All right. And then last but not least,
Let's
we
hear
have the Crack Master saying,
Ooh.
I'm not sure how this popped up in my feed, but definitely feel dumber after 10 minutes. To which we replied, girl, how do you think we feel?
And bitch, we're getting close to the 10-minute mark.
Grimes, 1955. Grimes with a Y, though. Not the same one. Not the Musk one. Replied, how'd you make it that far? To which we replied, this is valid. To which the Crack Master replied to Grimes 1955, a rough estimate might have been more like 4. To which Simply Trolling 87 replied, I didn't play 2 minutes. So all that for 3 minutes, I'd say that's pretty good. If we can get them to the 10-minute mark, I think we're going to be in the 40 of comments.
We're going to be at least in the thousands of subscribers. 10,000, 12,000, something like that. But
I think we're getting there. And all of this is valid because, again, how do you think we feel? Okay?
How do you think we feel?
Not to play the victim card, but we are the victim here. We are the victim of...
Who set up that system?
Yeah, and who set up that system?
Who made it so that our
wasn't
friends
us.
could only be me and her, each other? Because it certainly wasn't me who did that.
It wasn't me.
I didn't want to be friends with this person.
I don't know if it wasn't you.
I didn't want to be friends with this person.
For all
I want everyone to know that.
Crack Master made this podcast happen. Okay?
This was all your fault, wasn't it?
So this is the
you were the one who sold us the microphone.
Of your actions. Mm-hmm. You're the one that sold us the apartment.
You're the one that sold us everything.
You're the one that
did this to yourself, Crack Master.
You brought this upon yourself. This is your perfect victory. That's right. You lose. That's exactly what's happening right now.
Yeah, we got 1,000 views. Super exciting. Big news. Another thing that Dirky Kirky 13 what was it? 4136. Of course. Yeah. My apologies, Mr. Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned that he wanted us to look into was Pizzagate.
Yes.
Now, I'm so sorry, Mr. Dirky Kirky, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Continuing on from Mr. Pizza, the only pizza I know about, Je suis un pizza. Je suis un pizza avec du fromage.
Je déteste les champignons. That's a little bit of Spanish for you in honor of Bad,
Bad
Bunny,
Bunny.
playing at the Super Bowl
Bad
tonight.
Bunny.
Bad
Ooh.
Bunny.
Big Bang Boom.
Big Bang Boom.
Big
I don't
Bang
know. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
There's gonna be twerking, grinding,
Grinding.
clubbing,
And my favorite Bad Bunny song, Clubbing.
clubbing.
There's going to be
I hope they
twerking,
did that.
grinding,
Twerking,
again,
clubbing.
clubbing.
And if you ever want us on your back vocals and whatever,
Yeah.
Mr. Bunny.
Yeah, Benito, let us know. We are open, free, and
Yeah,
very booked, but we'll make space for you.
we
so.
can make space.
We'll figure it out. Speaking of phenomenal singers, I have
Oh,
Mr. Anouk,
oh god.
whatever the number is. For those who don't know him, he is
Chestnuts
roasting
on
an
an
open
open
fire. That's him, and he's showing up on my YouTube Shorts suggestions. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to him on like
Yeah, you
multiple
definitely
platforms. I love
Definitely.
you, Anouk. You're awesome. So moving on, we covered
Now,
Epstein pretty good.
Yeah, I think we talked about everything that we really needed to hear about this, and
Yeah,
honestly,
it's that he's a very
one of the things about us
New
too
York
is that,
financier.
I mean, you guys, we are podcasters. We're not some political correct. We're gonna say the take.
We're gonna say some.
We're gonna say
crazy
the take
stuff
that
on
we
here.
want to say. And if you
Yeah.
have a problem with that, you just have to deal
And
with
that
it.
might be molesting children, okay?
And-
And if you have a problem with that, that's the woke agenda,
And
okay? And
you
as
know
Jake
what?
Paul said it, not to sound like a woke asshole,
asshole.
but Jeffrey Epstein has it hard. You know, getting all that hate, it's not easy.
That smoke is
Yeah.
crazy.
He
We had
has
to
it
deal
hard.
with some smoke like that.
He
and that
might
was
have
hard.
it. He might have it hard for children, but like,
But here's the thing, guys.
Uh,
Here's the thing. Is we're podcasters. We're entertainers.
we are entertainers
We're not
to the community.
political activists. So we're going to say stuff that might not make... We're going to say stuff that we believe, you know, because my core values are going into what I do as an
Yeah.
entertainer, as a comedian,
as a creative,
as an artist, you know? And one of those
as
things
a great
is going to be
thinker, a great
controversial.
speaker. Yeah, like
I don't know if Jeffrey Epstein should have a Fortnite skin.
no.
And I don't know if he should have his own emote.
And if you're gonna cancel her for saying that, you know, you are contributing to the silencing of young women, female
Thank you.
voices.
Thank
all
you.
right, and really, that's the most unwoke thing, or that is the most woke thing you can do.
And
is
it
cancel
it's
women.
just like
And
ridiculous.
It's crazy in this political climate. You
just
know,
because
you
we
can't
talk about certain
"Oh,
things.
Jeffrey Epstein shouldn't have a Fortnite skin.
Ugh.
That's blah 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 blah. Epstein Fortnite. It's like,
all
oh my
about
god,
Fortnite.
it's all about Fepstein. Fortnite X Epstein.
And I think that really, like, it's just too insane to me that some of y'all always bring it into politics. I'm talking about Epstein, I'm talking about Charlie
Clockets.
Kirk, Erica Kirk, and you guys have to be the ones to make it political. And it's like,
What about those people but political?
name one thing that they did
Name
that was
one-
political.
Name one politic.
One thing. Come
Name
on.
one
I only
politic.
know one person in politics, and his name is
Jeffrey Epstein.
I was gonna say
And his name is New York financier Jeffrey Epstein. You were gonna
his
say
name is
Goth
Justin
Girl.
Trudeau. Katy
Vive
Perry.
la Canada! Vive la
Speaking-
Quebec!
Speaking moistly,
Sleep? Counting but not counting.
the
The
LBBG,
LBBQ.
LGBTQ.
community.
Sorry about that. I forgot about it. Him falling down some stairs. You know,
Him
that,
dating Katy Perry.
That is a politician
That is a politician that we all aspire to be.
That is a politician that I did like seeing fall down the stairs, and
It was
I
pretty good.
would like to see more of them. Honestly,
more politicians falling
they should
downstairs.
film every single one of them falling downstairs just for fun.
It should be a part of the campaign before they get voted. Honestly, I think if there's anything America should add to the Constitution,
see, Joe Biden did that too when he fell off that bike. That was pretty good.
Off a bike?
Did you never see that
No.
clip? Oh my god.
I've only seen him falling down the stairs. He fell downstairs.
Did he?
Yeah.
I've never seen him falling down the stairs. I saw him fall off his bicycle.
No, he fell downstairs. He fell downstairs damn good.
He did the Rick.
Because, oh, that's really funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Now, let's talk about some stuff that isn't like that.
Yeah, so, speaking of Biden, which we won't be anymore, Chode. Chode, the infamous...
That's a thing.
That's infamous Charlie Kirk Joe Biden. There's been some rumors of...
and we don't want to be a drama channel, guys.
No.
But... We've been, like the Epstein files
as
came out,
podcasters, as creatives.
And with the Epstein files coming out, people aren't really talking about it, and we feel like it's our duty on our platform to start talking about the Chode situation.
The Chode situation. I think that's being kind of buried. It's being buried. Everyone's like, oh, Epstein, oh, the island, and like, oh, victims and their families coming out after decades and standing up for themselves, blah blah blah.
It's just
it's like okay, clearly
this stuff
all
going on,
a cover,
and it's clearly a cover for something else.
Because when you think about it, why did Charlie Kirk have to speak out of his neck? He spoke out of his neck because that's where Joe gave him a little smooch, okay? And that's where Chode was born.
Notice how large Charlie Kirk's forehead was. This is a subtle hint to the fact that he would be kissed on, and you know who likes to kiss people on the forehead and the top of the head a bunch? Joe Biden. And Candace Owens, I mean, you know that he was her gay best friend. That's why she was so distraught when he died.
Exactly.
And, it really does make sense.
Her down the spiral of wokeism.
If you really look into it, it's pretty obvious.
If you read in between the lines.
You
read in between the lines in
watch
Charlie
some of
Kirk's
their freaking college
big, long,
stuff,
fat, aggressively large forehead, you will see the not so subtle hints towards the truth in Chode.
Oh, yeah. And you remember when Joe Biden accidentally had all those, secret presidential files in his basement? A cover-up, once again, because they were covering up the fact that he used to write notes to Charlie Kirk, love letters and stuff, because he's an old person, and old people write stuff all the time. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that they're trying to hide this stuff for
writing.
Oh,
I have my pen.
It's like, okay,
I have my
performative
paper.
mail.
No,
journal. What, do you want a Labubu for your efforts? The fuck? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and this is the reality of the society we live in.
If you guys could just spread that information.
Spread the message.
Because I really just don't think it's being talked about enough.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Spread the love. #Chode.
#Chode.
#Chode is real.
We'll be looking through that.
We'll be looking for that. So spread the message. Spread the love. Love is love, and Chode is real. And going on from that, Stella had a bath as a child.
I had a bath as a child. That is actually true information. And
for debate.
I wanted to get you guys all, because when I was little, I loved taking baths.
Crazy.
Because I would take so many baths. I love taking a bath because when I would be at my my aunt's house and stuff too, they would 5 minutes before I got out of the bath, they would throw my towel in the dryer, warm it up.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Ooh.
That sounds peak.
I used to do so much shit in the bathroom. So when my grandma would watch me, which was pretty much every night.
Yeah.
she would bring one random food and she would put it in the bath, and I would have to guess whether it would sink or float because I would get bored in the bath really easily. Like really, I had music in the bath, I had toys in the bath. I needed constant. If I could have had a TV in the bath, I would have had a TV in the bath when I was little.
Christ.
I was like, I don't want to get out, but I was like, I
for
need
the spa.
I'm like, I need something to do. I can't just, what do you mean sit here and do nothing? I need something. Bring me a grape.
Triple platinum TV.
And so she would bring like a grape and then just like let me throw them in the bath to see if they would sink or float. Or like eggs. She'd be like, don't break it. And I'd be like, I won't. And then be like, I think it's gonna float. And then it would sink and I'd be like, holy shit. This is crazy!
I'm the first person who has discovered this.
I'm like, this is insane. And like, certain grapes would float and some would sink. And I'm like, what is it? What does it mean? But one of the things that I really wanted to get from you to see if it was a common thing was when I was little, my grandma, my mom, my aunt, everyone who
You have an aunt? Which one?
Yeah, my Aunt Edie.
Oh, yeah. I know Edie.
She passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they were very, very like, you need to do this. And it was scrubbing behind my ears. That was an extremely important part of bath time. It was like, if you do not remember to do this shit, you're gonna die. And they would tell me scrub behind my ears, or else they will get so covered with dirt that potatoes will start to grow from behind my ears. And my grandma would, every time I would need help with the bath, like when I was little, she would be like, let me check to make sure there's no potatoes behind your ears. And I'd be like, please check. Please,
Please, Grandma.
And like, I'd be like freaking out. I'd be like, oh my God, what if there's a potato growing? What are the protocols
What am I
after
supposed
that?
to do?
What am I supposed to do?
Do I have to go get surgery? Like, do I have to go to the hospital?
Like, what do I have to do? It's behind my
do?
ear, but if it's growing, it's grown so big. What am I gonna do about this? And I was so worried about it growing up. I was like, well, what if there's a potato?
So
did your parents do that?
So not quite. I'll have to say I did like have the thing of washing behind my ears, you know. Mine, it was more so in between my toes, but that was also more of a me thing because I told my grandma to make sure to wash it between her toes. Okay, I could have had a vice versa situation where as a kid, I was so adamant about washing in between my toes that my grandma, when like I was older a little bit and like, okay, for her, she would always be like, I always wash it between my toes because when you were little, you wouldn't let me, you always talked about washing in between your toes. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, you know what, I still do wash it between my toes. I go pinky, I go eeny, meeny, miny, mo every single toe and I clean them. Because I don't want no shit in my toes.
That is crazy. No, when you were like black
but
socks.
no, I do the back. I do behind my ears too.
Yeah.
Because they do get weird. They get gross.
Well,
but
yeah,
I
because
did
there's
not
hair
have
there,
any
too.
potatoes behind my ears. Yeah. No, I did not. I have never heard of that before.
I know, because now, like, I thought about it when I was showering the other day.
And
I was
is
like,
this-
why the
what-
fuck
is
did they
this
tell
your-
that to me?
So, was that your good grandma or your
No,
evil
my
grandma?
evil grandma.
Okay, that makes sense. So,
my
I guess
evil
it
grandma
must have
and
been,
my evil grandma's sister.
Yeah, so clearly that was that side of the family tradition of potatoes behind
And
your...
I'm like thinking, and I'm like,
Also-
why did they act like it was so normal?
I also think it's especially funny that it was specifically and not like potatoes and not like mushrooms, like not like a fungus, you know,
Or, like
I feel like that would be like if someone was like a mushroom's gonna grow behind your ears, the kid, I'd be like, that makes sense. But your dumbass heard there's gonna be a potato behind your
dirt
ear.
behind my ear that a potato could grow.
I don't even know how potatoes grow normally.
They're a root.
Yeah, so there would be a potato
There'd be
inside of your
there'd
ear.
Be so much dirt that a potato could grow in my ear, behind my ear, and then sprout.
Oh,
That's how a potato works.
Of course, yeah, but I see my.
And also,
I don't think I was ever that dumb as a person.
They were always very specific about it being dirt. Which I'm like, it's behind my
It's
ear.
just
And
like dead skin.
Well, and I have long
and
hair,
sweat.
so I'm like, it's like sweat and like oil and stuff. And I'm like, but they were specifically like, there's dirt behind your ear. And I'm like, no, there is. I'm like, because I'm like, I feel like if I was like washing my freaking face or whatever when I was little, I feel like behind my ear is something you'd mention, but not like they were like, you have to do this or you're gonna die. And it was like they mixed
And was
up.
it like every time?
Oh, it was like every time.
That's crazy.
I don't know what I was thinking.
What you were thinking? I don't know what they were thinking.
What were they? Yeah, do not fault the victim here. Why did they tell me potatoes would grow behind?
The potato theory.
What are we talking about? No, because like I get like the swallowing watermelon seeds and they'll grow inside your body. Why would you tell me that?
Yeah, I got a lot of that.
I'm so scared. I was so scared, and that's why I chew my food so much. I chew my food for 4 hours at a time. People are like, "Wow, you're such a slow eater."
Yeah,
and
you
th-
are
and then
such
I
a
can't,
slow
And then I can't
eater.
swallow pills, and it's like, I'm sorry, I don't want a pill tree growing out of my stomach.
I think that might be partially your fault. The potato thing, not so much. The slow eating, I've seen you
The
eat.
watermelon one scared me so
That's
bad.
really funny.
I'm like, I don't want a plant growing inside of me. I don't want anything growing on me.
I don't want any fungus. I don't want any potato.
No!
I don't want any trees or plants in my body, bro.
Dude, do you remember there was a book in like elementary school? There was a book that's the teachers used to read to us. I just remembered this now.
Okay.
There was a book that the teachers used to read to us that like when you would go to the library, it was one of the picks that they would read to you, and it was about this kid who like his like dad was like, I'm going out to the store to get more food or whatever. Like, I'll be back soon. Don't eat anything while I'm gone because you can't cook or whatever. And he's like, of course I won't, Dad. I won't, Dad.
The fuck?
And I remember this one vividly because I was so scared. At that point, I literally never ever eated a hot dog after that. But continuing the story, he goes to the fridge and sees that there's a singular hot dog in the fridge and eats it raw because he can't use the stove because he's little. And he's like,
Yeah.
Dad would get so mad and I don't want to light the house on fire. And he eats it. And then his like brother comes in and is like, did you eat the hot dog? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, you can't eat those raw. You're gonna die. And then the rest of the book, which is like, like 15 pages or whatever, like it's a picture book,
Yeah.
is spent with this kid like planning his funeral. Like he's like, well, I guess I'll have to get a coffin and I guess I'll have to say goodbye to everyone I know.
Fucking elementary school were you in? Because it wasn't the same. Well, for context, we went to the same elementary school. And we had a lot of the same fuck-ass teachers. I have no idea what book you're speaking of.
Because they read it to us like
Was
4
it
times,
like
and I
was
got
it like
so
only one book? Because I remember one book, like book series, like that they had like
it was
a few
one
of.
book.
Okay, yeah,
That
this
the,
one
that
that
the, like
I
librarian would read to you,
really.
and it made me so scared.
One
and
that
so,
I really fucking hated
Ugh.
was, which that one reminds me of, is like, what was the one about that stupid, the ugly ass, bald ass kid? The stupid little bald kid that was
what's his
always
name?
being bad.
Yeah,
Bad,
that one pissed
whatever.
me off.
Oh my God.
I was like, beat the kid. I don't understand what's happening here.
That book series, I need to find what the name of it is, because that
'cause
made
it's-
me so
no.
angry, and I hated that kid, and I hated
it was
the
horrible.
drawings. I hated it.
No, and the drawings were
The
freaky.
drawings were so freaky, and I hated any books, like kids books, that you could see the kids and the parents were like 100 feet tall.
Yeah.
Like they didn't draw the parents. That makes me irrationally angry, because what the fuck are we talking about? I want to see what the mom looks like.
Yeah,
like
let
what
me see this bitch.
I don't believe she's 80 feet tall. Like what the fuck are we talking about?
No, but that one scared me. That one scared me so.
Boy,
That one
kids
scared me
book.
so bad. When I
That's
was little.
so fair.
And because the kid spends the entire time being like, I am going to die. And it's so morbid. And the picture, like, it's a very, like, gothically drawn.
No, David! No, David! No, David. No, David. And we had the French version, and it was no, David. And he's this ugly ass kid. This ugly ass bald kid with his fuck ass teeth.
Ugh.
No, David.
No, because he was evil. I'm like, he's evil.
No,
they
he
need
was
to put him
evil.
down.
No, genuinely.
I would, every time I would see that, I'm like, that is not normal kid behavior. That kid needs to be killed.
No, I'm like, I'm a kid. He needs to be shot
I'm like,
dead.
I've never once done any of those
He
things.
needs to be put down. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Like, I hated that one.
Is a beloved character. Sorry, let's look at scholastic.ca's.
No, he isn't. He's
description
a
of
character.
David. David is a beloved character whose unabashed good humor, mischievous smile, and laughter-inducing antics underline the love parents have for their children.
No, they don't.
No,
Beat
he
the
doesn't.
kid.
Beat the kid. Beat the kid. Beat the kid.
How dare you?
How
dare
dare
you
you?
normalize this behavior?
Yeah,
A
what the
kid
fuck is
shouldn't-
wrong with
he's
you?
like pushing down fish bowls and like killing
he's
the
like
animals
killing things.
and like ruining, like just like
like,
smearing
ruining
poop on
everyone's-
walls. Like he's fucking ruining shit, and you're like, that is not normal behavior for
put
a
him
kid.
in a
It's
psych
like
ward.
he's bullying kids, and it's like, yeah, that's not. We
And
shouldn't
they're
be
like,
like,
oh, it's little
It's
David.
giving like Caillou.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's
fucked.
very. Yeah, he's also bald and ugly.
Yeah,
I get
like,
it. I
can't
get it.
believe
Bald
they
people
did
are
that.
petty from the start. If I was a 2-year-old being bald, I'd be
And still bald. Oh
Yeah.
my god, get that rosemary oil. Like I don't know what. Your
I don't know.
problem
Put
is.
fucking what's it called?
fucking yeah.
Yeah, whatever you
go
put.
down to Turkey, get a hair transplant. Oh my god,
Genuinely,
don't
yeah.
be bald at that age.
Put hair needles in
Once
your head.
you reach like 4 years old, you should no
You
longer
should
be
yeah.
bald.
Unless you
You
have
gotta
like,
have a little bit of hair.
yeah. Unless you got cancer or what's the it starts with an A. Anorexia. No, not that one. So close, Sabrina.
Yeah, probably not.
Fuck, what's it called? What is it called
Bald.
when you lose all your hair?
Balding.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
It's asphyxiation.
Alopecia.
See, but the thing is those people, because it's the same as short man syndrome. Not every short man has short
Because
man
alopecia
syndrome.
creates divas.
Yeah,
you know?
no. People who have no hair are not the problem. It's bald people.
It's bald people. The problem
It's
is bald
evil
people.
people.
There's a difference between people with no hair and bald people, okay?
I know people who have no hair. They're good people. We love them. I know bald people too.
Example, Jeff Bezos. That is a bald person.
Lex Luthor, bald person. Can we think of any good people that just have no hair? I don't know. Reggie, our lizard, he has no hair. He's a good person. Think about it like that, right? Like, he doesn't have any hair, but he's a good person. So you don't see me hating on, our friend Corey. He's a good guy. He has no hair, but he's awesome. I know that Sabby used to not have any hair. She was still a good person.
I was still
David?
a good person.
Not a good person.
Not a good person.
Caillou? Not a good person. The person who wrote that book about the hot dog?
Not a good person.
Why would you do that to me? I never eated a hot dog after that.
Yep.
Why would you say that to me? When I was little, I would eat a hot dog every once in a while because I would eat them raw. And then I realized that I was gonna die. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll die then. Like, I hate it.
All right, I'm looking up
I
book
don't
where
know.
kid eats hot dog and thinks he's gonna die. All right, trying to remember children's book about evil hot dog. All right, we're getting there.
Of course.
It was possibly a Jewish children's book. Okay.
Also, yeah, I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know what school I went to that was different than everyone else's school, but I remember so much being like, remember when this happened? And everyone's like, when did that happen? I'm like, do you not remember when this thing happened? They're like, why? And I'm like, because that scared me so bad that I never did this again. And they're like, how the fuck did that happen? I'm sorry that I'm scared of so much because people thought that I would...
That's not the only reason. I think part of the issue was the way something stuck with Stella because of some predisposed issues.
What are you
did not stick with other people because they had normal brains and
wow,
normal childhoods.
And I went, oh my god,
I'm gonna have potatoes in my ears. Yeah, that might have been a you problem.
My family decided that it would be funny to fuck with me my whole life, and I'm like, oh, what if? Do you guys, I should probably, like, wash my face. And they're like, you're gonna die. And I'm like, what?
All right, kids' book where dad says, don't eat
hot dog.
Don't eat hot dog. And kid eats hot dog and dies.
I'm sure we'll find it after this too. I'll go on it. I'll deep dive.
We can do it.
No,
Grizzly tales for gruesome kids.
No, and I know that I didn't read it myself.
1 second. Mucumber McGee and the half-eaten hot dog.
And I know for a fact I didn't read it myself because I can't read. So I know that they read it to me.
This is valid. She cannot read.
And I know for a fact that that age I wasn't reading. I was looking through picture books and I struggled so hard because so many of them made me so angry.
That's so fair.
Why do they have to look ugly?
Yeah, no, that's fair. One kid's book that I really liked, that I distinctly remember in, grade, 1 is, it was just, one of the ones with, French words and, pictures and stuff. And there was one that was ice cream, and it was, the most delicious-looking ice cream. And that gave me such a, it's still to this day, I desperately need that book and Archie comics where they have an ice cream cone that's 20 different flavors and they're perfect scoops and it's stacked up 40 feet. I still believe that's possible and I need that in my life, okay? That's on my bucket list. I want a fucking Archibald and Reggie and Veronica and Betty ass ice cream cone. And there was a book that had one like that. It was perfect and it was pink and it was the most beautiful colors and I wanted to eat that and that was my favorite book just because of that page.
No, see, my favorite books when I was little were specific. First off, when I was little, I didn't take out books. I didn't take out storybooks because I didn't like the pictures on them. None of the pictures appealed to me. So I would wander my ass to the big kids section. And they would get mad at me. And no, I wasn't smart. I wasn't reading. Get the fuck out of here. I wasn't fucking, I was actually a child genius. So I kept walking over and getting the Bible every day and reading. I would go over there, find all of the geology books, all of the biology books, all of the stuff like that. Anything that had a picture of a rock, anything that had a picture of a leaf, anything that had a picture of a cat on it, I picked them, and a bird on it, I picked them all up, I'd take 7 of them, get them checked out, go to my house, and be like, Mom, read this to me. So she would, no joke, because she would read me Harry Potter and shit.
Yeah.
But the ones that I always wanted her to teach me were the French geology books. So I would go and I'd be like, please, Mom, please,
Mom, you need to learn French and read
she'd be like, I can't read these because they're not words. If it just has a picture of a rock and then it just have like the fucking scientific name, and she's like, I can't read this, it's in Latin. And I'm like, and it's in French. Not only is it Latin, it's also in French. And I'd be like, please, what does it
Just
say?
figure it out.
What
I
does
don't
it
know.
say?
You're a big kid, Mom. You need to get it.
She
Jesus
struggled
Christ.
so hard, and then she would like read like the paragraphs beside it where it's like, these geological structures are found in the and I'd be like, boring, next page.
Please, Mom, you gotta read this, please, Mom. Mom,
Boring.
stop reading. Boring. Moving on.
And then when I was older, I really liked reading, like a little bit, like in like 2nd grade, right? I really liked reading the books that they would give us to read, like to practice reading in French. I fucking loved them because they were just fun fact books, and you would just choose the fun facts that you like. So I'd always get the like cat ones, so like lynxes, bobcats, cougars, like all Canadian stuff, right? Because it was all Canadian stuff, and so I'd get all of the ones that were like that, and would just fucking like be like, Satan shot.
Ah! I'm learning.
And I just liked them because it would have like fun facts, but half the time I'd read them and be like, I don't know what any of those things mean. And be like, next page.
Bob shot.
I was like, yes, of course. And then they'd be like, did you read this? And I'd be like, yeah, I read the whole thing. And they're like, okay, cool. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if I skipped 9 of the 10 pages because I didn't understand it. If you don't understand it, skip it and come back to it. And then I just never come back to it.
Yeah.
I'll come back to it eventually.
Yeah, 10
It'll happen.
years later. Yeah, she's still waiting to come back to reading.
Don't worry, it'll happen.
Yeah, maybe in her 50s she'll learn how to read.
Maybe I'll pick it up.
Guys, like and subscribe and join our Patreon so that Stella can take adult reading classes.
Yeah, I was also in the special.
Actually, better yet, so we can get her a dyslexia test.
I was in the special reading classes.
I got a lot of special classes.
I got stickers and stuff for it. It was awesome. I love it. I love the stickers. I would be like, and I would get to skip out on like a thing that we were doing. They would have silent reading time, and I'd be like, "See ya, bitches." And then
bye.
And then I had the therapy one too, and I'd be like, "Oh, fuck off, you guys! I get 2 hours of the day off," and I didn't know how long I was in. I could have been in there for 15 minutes or the whole school day. No idea. I would walk in, they would play with me for a little bit, and then I'd leave, and I'd be like, "This is crazy." I'm like, "You guys had to fucking do a bunch of work while I was just hanging out." And they're like, "Can you read this sentence for me?" And I'm like, No. Where's my sticker?
Don't care. Where's my sticker? My parents are divorced.
And oh my god, with the special reading programs, I remember talking to them the whole time. I'm sure I was in there 3 times as long as the rest of them, because I'd be like, yeah, no, I can totally read it, but I'm just wondering what you think of the book. What do you think of it? Come on. You want me to interact with this, but you don't want to interact with this piece without me? It feels like you're trying to get me to do it, but you're not willing to actually invest yourself in this project. And they're like, can you read the title? And I'm like, no, I can't.
Okay, but can you read the title? Is the real question. Flip it around and then come back to me.
Listen, I have a group of individuals. If you want to put in $50 a week.
All right, hear me out. This isn't a triangle. This isn't even a pyramid. This is a prism.
You're not thinking outside of the box like I am. Can you read that first? Can you read that one first word for me? No.
All I'm seeing is start gambling.
I'm seeing bet it all on red? What the hell?
What the hell? Sorry, I learned this from my mom and my dad, who are divorced. Can I go to my therapy session?
Yeah, did you never know that? Oh my goodness. And I'd like sit there and tell them about my week. Like I would get like 1 page in, and then they'd be like, that's all the time we have for today. And I'm like, well, good work, you guys.
All right, and see you in the next one.
I spent so much time avoiding it at all costs, and like I can't believe they let me. I spent so much time. They're like, well, if you don't read this first word, we're gonna not give you a sticker. I'm like, Lashada Bobcat. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, and they're like, that's not what it says at all. That's okay, let's sound it out together. And I'd sit there and go, oh.
Oh,
You should probably give me 2 stickers because I was so good today. I'm like, these 2 are matching. If I take one, I have to take the other one. You can't leave me like this.
You can't leave me hanging, bro. I thought we were tight.
No, and then they're like, oh, here's a smiley face sticker. And I'm like, you guys don't have the holographic cat ones? And they're like, well, we do, but don't you want a different kind? And I'm like, I want 2 of the same sticker. You have to buy this whole sticker pack, and I'm gonna take the same one because what I would do is it was in a bookmark pattern. Because they wanted it to be a bookmark. So you'd put your stickers on this piece of paper and turn it in. So I would use like the same, I would put like 1 cat, 1 dog, the same cat, and then dog, cat, dog. And then repeat that to make a pattern all the way down. So I'd be like, well, you guys don't have any more of the same one. I need the same dog. I need the border collie. Yeah. Because then what am I supposed to do? I'm doing something.
It's not clocking to you. I'm inventing. I'm creating.
I'm doing something here.
No,
you guys
that's so fair.
It.
They were wrecking it.
They were fucking my shit up.
They were fucking
yeah, no wonder I wasn't reading. You guys weren't doing it right. You weren't giving me you weren't giving me my tools.
Yeah. And this is what modern education is lacking. Border collie stickers, bro.
They should be giving me the stickers I need to succeed. Or at the very
stickers
least.
we need to succeed. Yeah, slap that logo on your ass.
Or at the very least, test me for something.
Yeah, test for anything.
Because I was doing a whole lot there. I was doing a whole lot. And you guys weren't picking up on any of it, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess there wasn't anything that gave it away, huh? Just the patterns and the trying not to read, because then they would be like, okay, we're just reading today, because we're gonna have to tell your mom that you're not reading if you're not doing this. And then I cry and I go, please don't do it, please. I was very good at school. I was almost as good as you were.
Yeah, I was very good at school.
Great at school.
I was... I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of things, especially school. What I do remember is I remember the teachers in like kindergarten and shit pulling me aside and being like, Sabrina is very good at recognizing patterns. She will sit at her table and put all the shapes and colors into a form for the whole day. That is amazing. You have such an inquisitive child. And I'd be like, shapes and colors. Oh, of course. And then my mom would be like, good job. And then they hit 3rd grade and I'd be like, what are these numbers? Where are the shapes and colors? I don't know the numbers. I don't get it. Just let me read for 40,000 years a day. And I'm like, I don't want to do anything else. I want to read and I want to color and I want to have silent reading the whole time. And Sabrina doesn't really get along with her peers. Sabrina isn't very social.
See,
blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Let me read for
silent
1,000
reading
years
because
away.
silent reading for me was go and talk to your peers.
Yeah.
Was go and sit next to somebody and be like, what are you reading? That's crazy. Do you want to not read? Okay, good.
Hear me out.
Oh my god, thank God. I was so scared. These freaking teachers, man, they're making us freaking read all the time. Like, what's up with that? Like,
what's up with that?
But I was also very shy when I was because I fucking hated school. Because when I was little, every single photo, I have a photo album that the kindergarten teacher gave to me that was all photos of me in kindergarten. Every single one, I'm looking up at the camera. No one else is, because they're all doing their stuff. I'm not doing it. Why would I do something? And I'm just like, and it's like, Stella loved kindergarten. And I'm like,
yeah, no, I have the similar one from grade 1. Yeah, no, I generally in any photo like that, I just look.
I was crying all the time.
See, I'm just specifically thinking of. There's one picture of like, because every year at our elementary school they would take pictures of like the whole class. Of every grade, whatever.
Of us together, right?
Yeah, and there's one that we're right beside each other, and we both look so angry. We both are so upset. We don't want to be there.
Outside in the sun.
It's outside
and they're
sunny.
making us look in the direction of the sun because then you can actually see our faces.
Yeah.
But it's also like you guys should have just taken it in the shade, dog, because it's not worth it if everyone's face is like, Okay, everyone.
But, like,
3,
it's
2,
especially
1,
funny.
eyes open.
Yeah, everyone is squinting, but you can see me and Stella and I
'Cause
not
we're in
only
the front.
squinting, but we're in the front because this was like kindergarten or grade 1, so we're the shortest, and we were in the front, and we're not only squinting, blinded by the sun, but we are also squinting, glaring, and the angriest you've ever seen.
It's horrible. It was horrible.
It sucked.
You have to listen to the people, and also we didn't get one at the end of our school career. Very upsetting. I can't believe that they didn't do that for school. They should have done that for high school.
I know.
I wish
that
because
was
that
the
would have been
craziest
more
thing.
fun.
That would have been fun. No, that is honestly the craziest thing to me that they didn't continue that in high school, because I'm like, from 1 to 7 is awesome, but I would have loved that to have that in the higher grades.
Yeah. And then
I mean,
they would also like
well,
no.
they stopped
you
that in
ever-
elementary school because like in later grades too, I think, because
Yeah.
we didn't have it in
We
grade
didn't have
6. We only had it in like the first like 3 years.
It was
or 4.
'cause
No, we
or
had it up
I'm not
until like
in
grade
them.
4 or 5.
Also, did you ever know when they happened? I thought it was a surprise. And my mom's like, I told my mom that, and she was like, well, they definitely told you, and you just never told anyone and didn't know that it. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, no,
I
they
only
surprised
knew, but I
us
never
so that
remembered.
we wouldn't know. I'm like, no, they would surprise
No, they would
us
make you
because
put
if
it
I
in
knew,
your
I would
agenda.
freak out. I never put anything in my agenda.
Yeah, no,
my
I didn't
agenda had
either.
like 3 things in it, and it would just be me like doodling, and then like apple juice all over it, and then it would get wet and dry. And then I have a granola bar, and the granola bar would open in my backpack, crush against it. Now it's covered in chocolate. You can't use it at all. It's fused together with the chocolate.
I honestly don't remember.
They'd be like,
if I
take out
used
your
my
agenda. And I was like, I can't. I couldn't because I couldn't go to the day. There's too many days.
See, I don't think I ever used it. The only thing the agenda taught me was how to forge my mom's signature so I could get a jelly bean every day.
I never even needed that because I would just walk out of the class like I was walking onto the bus without paying. I would just be like, okay, talk to you later. And they just never, like, they would, I only had it like twice a year when they would question it.
No, because one of my teachers specifically would, like, every day if we got our agenda signed, we'd get a jelly bean.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
So I was like,
That's
damn
so
right,
many
how
jelly
do I
beans.
do this signature? Boom, shakalaka. And I do it, like, in front of her. I'd be, like, on her desk. I'd be like, yeah, no, I got my signature for sure. ZL, perfect. Jelly bean. Jelly bean,
No,
please.
there was only, like, 2 times where like, it would be, like, a sub, and they would show up, and they'd be like, no, I'm supposed to look at your signatures to make sure that your parents, like, read, and, like, they would make sure that you wrote in your agenda that day.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I would just open it to a random page, just write words. Just
Yeah.
write. I'd be like, I don't
See,
like school.
once I
and
was-
then be like, no, look it, bro.
Once
and
I
then
had a
walk out.
motivation, I was fine writing the stuff in because I'd just write like the smallest. I'd write like 5 words and I'd be fine with that. My issue was talking to my parents to get it signed because I'd be like, "Fuck
See,
no,
my
not
biggest
doing
issue
that."
was finding the day because I'm like, I don't know what day it is, and so then like
That's
at
so
one
fair.
certain
See,
point,
I
if
had
I
like
had-
journals and calendars.
well, if I
when
had
was
any
older, so I just crossed
information
it
that I
out.
needed, I would just write it on the front page of my thing. I would get a pen and ruin the front page of it and just
Yeah.
write down, like, I'd just be like, skating tomorrow. And then
No,
I'd like,
no.
and then I'd like look at my agenda and be like, what was it that I wanted to remember? Well, I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
I got sticker at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
okay.
All right, we check that one off. Sticker.
Oh my god, I have to hang out with those people again. They're so freaking lame.
And it's
They
the
don't have
teachers.
anything to talk about. They're so freaking boring, man. Like, why don't you just, like, talk about something interesting? And they're like, how about we try doing, what's 3 times 9? And I'm like, why are you asking me what is this, an interrogation?
Why are you asking me impossible questions? Nobody knows that. 3 times.
There are
that's
some things nobody
What are those
knows.
words?
What are you even
Numbers?
talking about?
like, oh.
You're crazy right now. Bro, you're literally crazy right now. No one knows these answers, bro. Let me word math. Like, what are you talking about?
Speaking of childhood, I think I told you this because I started. Yeah, I did because I sent you a video of it. I started playing a game I really liked as a kid, Clumsy Ninja. That game is fire. Okay, it's no ads. It's like such a like fun, stupid little game. You just have a little ninja, and it's clumsy, and you train your ninja, and they have a little sensei guy, and the ninja is training to find his friend, and it's fire. That's a fire game. Go into your app store, go into your Google app store, and Google Clumsy Ninja. You will have a great game.
My favorite game when I was little was the Barbie makeup app because I didn't have the toy. So it doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. And then I also really liked like the Talking Tom games. But I didn't like the actual Talking Tom because it scared me, so I'd get the knockoff ones because I knew that the knockoff ones weren't tracking me. Talking Tom, he was tracking me all day. Oh my god, that freaking creep. But Talking Pierre the parrot.
What the fuck?
Throwback.
Classic Talking Pierre the parrot. No, I like
Talking Santa, and you could beat him up.
I've heard of that from YouTube videos.
All the time.
No, I like talking Angela. I like the girl
that
one
a lot.
I didn't like Tom.
So there was another one talking. Oh, what was his name?
Like the ones that you raise the little baby thing.
Yeah.
Like it was like a weird little animal. It's like a little like fuzzball thing. It was kind of like Meep City, like the thing you raise in Meep City, but not. It was a different thing.
Yeah.
And it was like this weird little thing, and I liked feeding those.
Me and my friends liked beating up all the animals.
Yeah.
There was one that was like it was the Talking Tom brand.
Yeah.
But it was an orange tabby cat that was little. It was like a toddler. I liked that one too.
Toddler Tom.
Because there was a game on there where you would have to pull. He would go to the toilet and you would have to pull all the toilet paper off the tube before the time runs out. And so you're sitting there like swiping down as fast as you can.
So dumb. I did really like the mini games in those though.
Fruit
That's
Ninja.
when I like the baby ones. I love Fruit Ninja.
Obviously.
Fruit Ninja I really liked. Fruit Ninja, Clumsy Ninja. I really like Bejeweled. I really liked Unblock Me. Because Bejeweled, Unblock Me, and Subway Surfers
Minecraft.
I didn't
Craft
get into
World.
that. I did like Block Craft for a while, but my goal was Fort Craft, also known as
Pixel 3D gun.
Pixel Gun 3D. My goal. I just know it as Fort Craft now. But
this fucking
guy looks so stupid. This guy looks so dumb.
Goddamn,
this guy
boy.
being one of our cats. He looks very angry and very stupid. And another one is playing with a piece of hair, question mark. No, because my sister's phones, when they had like the iPhone 2, when I would somehow convince them, or like my cousins and shit, when they visited once a year maybe, I'd convince them to let me play Unblock Me, Bejeweled, and Subway Surfers. Unblock Me was my favorite, and they'd let me play that a lot because I was really good at it.
Unblock Me?
Unblock Me is basically like there's like these little pieces of wood, and there's one piece of wood that's a different color. And you have to move the pieces of wood so that the one that's a different color gets through like the door. And I was really fucking good at that game, like since I was like 5, right?
I mean,
so I'm like a little tiny 5-year-old, and I was fucking goated at that shit. And they were like, "What the fuck? What is this baby doing?" And I was like, "Nah, I got this shit." Beep bloop beep bloop bleep. And me and Sudoku as well.
My goat of games, obviously, was Animal Jam.
Dude, she raw dogged Animal Jam as a kid.
Oh, me and my friends every day at school. It got to a point where me and my friends, all we would discuss during school was the Animal Jam trading and like stocks. We'd be like, "Can you believe the price of that armor set? I mean, come on, 75 sapphires. You think I'm paying 70? But actually, if you play the mini games with the phantoms, what actually happens is you get 3 per phantom. So that's actually a really good deal on Sapphire. So I actually kind of grinded that out. It's a daily occurrence though, so you have to keep up with it, obviously. Yeah, obviously. And like we would spend 15 minutes of lunch talking about that, go home, go back inside and still be talking. And be like, "Can you believe? Oh my goodness." And have you seen? Yeah. Okay. Because I was going to say Crazy DJ. I've seen him around. I've seen him around the savannah recently, and he is there all the time, even on my server. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it got to a bad point, okay? It got to a point where it was bad, but I couldn't stomach too many of the games. Like, the one game, you know, what's it called? Like, the kick buddy game, where, like, you're supposed to, like, it's like
no, yeah,
I couldn't stomach
I didn't
that.
Like those ones.
I remember my cousin.
They weirded me out.
He was evil, but he used to do that.
Yeah.
He used to play that game
no,
all
I didn't
the
like
time,
that one.
and it made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it just weirded me out.
Because I'm like, I don't have enough hate in my heart. I'm like, what did he do to you? And they're like, well, you just kill him. You just like torture him, and then as you torture him, you get more torture points. And then you just buy electric sockets to shove him in, and you buy poison to gas him with. And I'm like, this feels weird. I'm like, this is scary.
That made me deeply uncomfortable.
It's
as
weird.
A child. It was really weird. Yeah. So on that note, I'll say.
What did you guys think about that? I mean, for our viewers' sake.
Comment your childhood games, okay? Comment your favorite games. Were you a pizzeria person? Were you a Papa's Freezeria person?
Excellent
Were you a
questions.
Papa's Bakeria
Let us
person?
know if you were in the Epstein files.
Yeah, let us know. And most importantly, were you an Animal Jam furry baby, or were you a kick
girl,
or a Kick Buddy torture boy? Let us know.
Yeah, and Durkee,
we love
I hope you watched all the way to this 1 minute. We're at the 1 minute mark.
We're at the 1 minute and 6
7
6 7 for Durkee. Drop a 6 7 for Durkee in the chat. And good night.
Good night, everyone.
Especially you, Dirk Diggler.
Dirk
4136. Dirk out.